Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, thank you. 24 minutes before 8 o'clock. I love these times of the morning when we get to meet people in our community who have been doing great things and want to continue doing great things. Judge Tommy P. Thompson III. We've got like three names that are the same, huh? Yeah. Is in the studio, and we are going to talk about his candidacy to keep your job, the same job you've been doing. Yes, so let's see your bio that Robin gave me. You're the presiding judge of the Marion County Mental Health Court.
Yes, sir.
So you every case is mental health that you do?
Those diagnosed with mental illness that have misdemeanor offenses will often be diverted into mental health court. We actually have mental health court will be conducted this morning at the courthouse starting at 9 o'clock, 9:30.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming here before that.
Appreciate you giving me the chance to come and
You are on the board of directors of the centers. I've known a few people who have benefited from that. And
excellent organization.
Thank you for that. You're a University of Florida alumni.
Yes, sir.
I
heard you on the drive-in. I like that. Go Gators.
What was the thing? Oh, no, I was never something else. We have this Soccer's World Cup for Dummies we're going to talk about. Do they have a soccer team at UF?
They do. Ladies soccer is very successful.
Yeah, so what do I know? So, okay, so you have a bunch of credentials. You are a much-loved guy, by the way. Everybody who knew you were coming on was asking, when are you coming on? So it's nice. It's nice to be liked, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how are you?
I'm good. And I am currently serving on the county bench. I'm finishing up my first term. I am running for re-election, so I am asking for the support of the people again. I got the support 6 years ago, and I think I've done a good job for the people the last 6 years. I really try in my courtroom. I really try my best to treat people with respect, with dignity. I tell them that when we start the court proceedings, that that's the way they're going to be treated, so long as they can show respect in return. And everybody's going to get along just fine in court. And I try to relax people as much as possible, because it can be nerve-wracking. It can be, anxiety-inducing to have to come to court. As much as I can try to relax people, I do try to.
I'm guessing there are some exceptions, but
there are. Do you have certain individuals that'll make it difficult?
Is that right? Yeah. But I think most people are there because of something they did, and not that I'm trying to be a judge, but from the layperson's point of view, we just want you to put the people off the streets that should be off the streets. That's really the bottom line for us.
And that's the thing. Some people, you can put them in mental health court. Some people, you can get them help, diversion programs. Other people, sometimes, maybe that's been tried, that's failed. Sometimes the last measure is you just have to incarcerate somebody. Sometimes put them in jail, put them in prison.
And that's your challenge, right? As far as what you do specifically is how will this person be if I don't put them in jail, right?
Yep.
What kind of problems
if you think of them as like silos, like these people could be diverted, behavior modification, get them in the right direction. These people, maybe not so much. It's trying to figure out who goes in which, category.
When were you first elected judge?
August of 2012.
Okay, so that's a long time.
January 2013.
So you're not there now. It's obviously you've had a lot of experience. But what was it like when you first started doing it? Was there a challenge that you didn't expect?
It's a steep learning curve. Especially, I had some civil law experience prior to taking the bench, but most of my experience was as a state prosecutor, prosecuting felony crimes back in county court when I did misdemeanors. Kind of helping me to, kind of learn, again, how you separate maybe some of the people that you just got incarcerated versus some of the people that maybe you can help and steer in the right direction. So having that criminal experience, there's a lot of civil law work in the county bench. And so, things like evictions, things like collections, people that haven't, paid a judgment. So now somebody's trying to take their bank account, take their wages, through garnishment, these sorts of things. Really didn't have a lot of experience or exposure to that as a prosecutor or as a civil attorney. I basically did medical malpractice defense, which is highly specialized.
Oh, is that right? Oh, wow.
Yeah, in that sense, multi-million-dollar litigation versus, things that happen in county court. So there was a steep learning curve, but I did try to apply myself, and I actually, for 1 year in 2015, I exclusively did civil cases. I was the civil law judge for county court. So everything, evictions, every civil case came to me in 2015. So I got a lot of experience from that year on the bench.
Wow. And do evictions come into play now with what you do?
Evictions is a big part of what we do as county court judges.
Really? And as far as the mental health part, though, I mean, do the two overlap?
I have had people in my mental health court program that are also being evicted at the same time. And usually in those cases, I'll recuse myself. I'll send the eviction case to another judge. Since somebody's participating in mental health court, isn't getting the same judge that's overseeing their participation, essentially, kicking them out of their house. That could get a little complicated, and the conflicts that could arise from that.
So there are two segments of this population that know you. I would think those are your fellow people in law.
Sure.
And people who are seeing you because they've done something that needs to be judged.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to say they're guilty, but I'm guessing most of them probably are.
Yeah, that's why you have jury trials. That's why you have a system, because not everybody that's arrested is guilty. So you have to.
Do you know? I mean, do you sometimes know, like right away? Oh my gosh, this person didn't do this. Does that ever happen? Very rare.
Sometimes at first appearance hearings, when people come in and 2 or 3, witnesses will come in to testify. And, Judge, I know the law enforcement officer was told this. They think it happened like that, but this is really what happened. Sometimes even at the beginning of a case, you might think there could be some problems here as far as what's been documented, what's been alleged, what the facts are. Because law enforcement officers do the best they can, but most times they're coming along after the fact. They're relying upon, other people's, eyewitness identification, things that people maybe heard from the telephone game, where things kind of get distorted, down the line. So law enforcement does a good job, but sometimes they are being exposed to faulty information, and so that just gets input into the system.
What is the area that you represent? It's not just Marion County,
Marion
right?
County.
Oh, it is just Marion County.
Marion County Court.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So Judge Lant, Judge McCune, Judge Ritterhoff-Williams, myself. Judge Lant, Judge Ritterhoff-Williams also up for re-election this year, and they have challengers. We exclusively deal with Marion County.
We bump into Judge McCune a lot. He does a lot of the same things we do.
Judge McCune actually created mental health court. And so he entrusted me to take over the mental health court program. He also created Veterans Treatment Court, so we had 2 diversion courts.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, so he could kind of focus on veterans treatment. He asked me if I wanted to take over mental health court a couple of years ago, and I thought it was a great opportunity, and I really enjoyed being the mental health court judge. You can really make a real difference in some people's lives with treatment, with counseling, with the right medication, the right dosage level. You can really turn somebody's life around. Did
you have to cram psychology courses into your schedule?
Maybe a little bit at first, because again, there was a steep learning curve there, but we have fantastic staff. My case managers, the support staff in the mental health court, just
You've got a handle on it. That's what we want. I think the average voter just wants to know, does this person have a handle on the job? I mean, you obviously do.
When you're surrounded by good people, it helps.
Yeah. You're a good-looking guy.
Well, I'm pretty sure I won't argue with you about that.
Robin, he could be on that show Suits. What was that show? You ever see that show Suits? Yeah. So it's an honor to get to know you.
Absolutely.
Is there a story behind your name? Is your name really Thompson?
Tommy Thompson.
Tommy Thompson.
Yeah, you might see I'm the third, so it's my granddad's, my dad's
family name. Yeah.
It is, and my dad was Tom. Nobody ever called my dad Tommy. So, with my dad being Tom, being younger,
you got to be Tommy.
Kind of youthful looking. I mean, I'm 44 years old.
You are a youthful looking guy.
Yeah, so
I said that to Robin.
Tommy kind of sticks. When somebody calls you Tommy and you look like I do, it kind of sticks.
Well, I was wondering, when somebody walks into the courtroom and you're the judge and they say, "Oh, this is going to be easy.
Are you old enough to be a judge?"
This is going to be easy. Look at him.
Well, yeah, and you think I ran for judge 6 years ago, so I looked even a little younger back then. So, yeah, I was getting some looks from people about, "Are you sure you're old enough?"
Isn't that funny?
I have to convince people.
But it's interesting that you know that about yourself, though.
Well, you got to...
A lot of people don't realize their own little thing.
If you're going to run for office, you got to be introspective enough that you can kind of identify, where your strengths and weaknesses might lie. I know I look a little youthful.
It's interesting when somebody runs for office and therefore they're a politician, it doesn't seem like that applies to the judges, to any of you guys and ladies.
It's not supposed to be a political job. It's nonpartisan. That's why people come to us on the campaign trail. And folks, if you come up, are you a Republican or are you a Democrat? We can't answer because you're not supposed to, have any partisanship.
I didn't know that.
There's no party identification. You don't want a Democrat to come in front of a Republican identified judge or vice versa and feel like you don't get fair treatment on account of your party affiliation. So it's nonpartisan. We're not supposed to be political. We're not supposed to identify, with a political party.
I have been having a good time talking to you. I hope
fun.
I haven't been unfair. So in order to make it fair, can I just ask you to talk? I'll just shut up, and you want to give a campaign speech or something? A couple minutes, whatever?
Well, maybe, yeah. Just try to tell the people in Marion County that I genuinely have appreciated serving my term as judge. I appreciate the votes of the people 6 years ago. I've really tried hard to apply myself, like I said, as far as obtaining the knowledge and the experience to understand, to work civil cases, to bring the experience as a state prosecutor, as a civil practitioner to the job, and to perform the duties effectively of being a judge. Efficiency is important, but you also want to get the job done right. I try to treat people with respect. Anybody I think that has been in my courtroom could tell you that I do things a little bit differently. Like I said, I explain process. I try to slow things down. I ask people to ask questions so I can help them to understand, their rights, how processes work in the procedure. Because I want people at the end of the day, I want them to be able to leave the courtroom and to share their experiences with their family, with their friends, with their coworkers. Almost anybody that goes to court, they're going to talk about their experiences with others, and you want that to be a positive experience, that they share with others that, no, they do good work at the courthouse. No, the judge does listen to you. You do get an opportunity to put your case before the court and to seek justice, and that, it didn't depend on how you were dressed or what lawyer you hired or, these sorts of things, but it really mattered. What is the case about? What are the facts? How does the law apply to that? The lady in the window is taking photographs. That's my wife, so she wanted to take a picture.
If you want to come in, ma'am, you are welcome to come in. Just remove that chain, and there's a chain out there. I don't know if it was there when you got here. So I didn't mean to stop you.
No, so, I've really enjoyed the job, and I've tried to do a good job for the people of Marion County, and I'm asking for their vote one more time.
Are you up for some left field questions? These are just out of the blue.
Sure.
Non-political.
I like it.
Just questions for you.
Sure.
Right? These are questions we thought up earlier. Do you own a dog?
I do.
What's your dog's name?
Boss. Well, we call him Boss or Bossy. It's actually Boss Man Jr., but I named him after one of the Tampa Bay Rays outfielders a few years back. So if there are any Rays fans, they know where I got Boss Man Jr. from. But yeah, Boss, our boxer, my wife adopted 2 Bichon Frises that needed a home. They were a little aged.
So it sounds like you're a dog lover.
Yeah, I guess I consider the Bichon Frises my dogs as well. But the boxer's more my puppy. But yeah, we got 3 dogs at home.
Right,
we're dog lovers.
Next left field question: resort or campground?
I usually say resort because my wife will usually be with me, and she's not
a camper.
She's not going to a campground. That's not going to happen.
Really? Were you a camper when you were younger?
Maybe if it was like a 7, tent, the deluxe millionaire version of camping, I might be able to talk her into that. But otherwise, she's going to want to know, where's the spa, where's the pool,
really?
Where's the rain, shower head on the, she wants a resort.
All right, now I don't know if this means travel to or what it means, but Europe or Asia?
I would say Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, I'm assuming it means travel too. So.
That's what I would think, but when you got Italy, you got France, there's just so much to see in
Plus,
Europe.
I'm kind of
the language thing too. I think you probably have a lot more English being spoken in Europe than
Plus,
Asia.
you can at least read it because they use the same alphabet.
Also true.
Even if you can't understand it,
you can kind of parse it together a little bit.
But the biggie for me would be the food.
Also true.
Raw fish and things like that.
I think the cuisine might get a little too exotic in Southeast Asia for when they put things on sticks in the markets. Scorpions kind of beyond my culinary wheelhouse.
And the gym. Do you go to the gym?
I tried to. That was harsh. I was hoping folks that can see me on the video. I'm pretty well fed, though. I'm a little overfed, but
Judge McCune is a runner.
He is very fit, and he does good with that. We'll go to conferences, and everybody else is kind of in conference mode, and he's fitting in a workout or a jog in the morning. He does good with that.
Very personable. Thank you for coming in. That was fun.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me, and I enjoyed this.
For the listeners, just to reintroduce Judge Tommy P. Thompson III is in the studio. He is asking for you to consider him to continue doing the job he's been doing very well in our community as a judge for the mental health court.
Yes, sir.
And if you want to share this video or watch it, we'll put this up on YouTube, and it should be there by this afternoon. Judge Thompson, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And, ma'am, thank you for coming in. All right. We will take a little break. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Friends, countrymen, tourists, and Ocalans, lend me your ears. Hey, speaking of ears, there is an opportunity for you to help feed and provide good maintenance, housing, and medical care for Marion County's rescued big cats, bears, monkeys, and other disabled or unreleasable wild and exotic animals. Take a tour on Wednesdays or Saturdays of the Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary. Call 352-266-2859. The Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary is affectionately known as EARS. Loaded, hauled.